last alarm is dedicated to these firefighters that have lost their lives in the line of duty here in Toronto. The Yolanda van der Haas piece has been officially dedicated to these firefighters since October 1st in the year 2000. On the last alarm piece, the three stones share about 250 to 300 names. Let's of course hope that doesn't increase anytime soon. Just lying in the waterfront here, as I mentioned, those yellow umbrellas, so they are a feature of HTO Park. HTO Park is significant because it's the first of two man-made beaches built here on the waterfront in Toronto. It features the Muskoka chairs and large yellow umbrellas and is regarded as a hidden gem for the local community to relax. So you guys know what that means. If you aren't local, let's have a collective effort to ruin it for the locals every chance you do get. On the left-hand side of the fire station, this area here is Spadina Quay. The boat's on that area there is Spadina Quay. A variety of shipbuilding companies have been at this location over the years, building minesweepers, warships and battleships for the Royal Canadian Navy as well as the British Royal Navy during the time period of World War I and World War II. And at that time Canada was the third largest shipbuilding nation in the entire world. As Andrea and Stuart just turn us on the water here, you'll see this large concrete, pardon me, I'll talk about that in a second, but the skyline you can see here, about 70% of that is condominium complexes, and now towards the stern of the boat, one of the first condominiums built here in Toronto on the waterfront. This beige building with the step-like structuring and cascading green glass. That one there towards our stern is known as King's Landing, not the one from Game of Thrones, and again features that step-like structuring and cascading green glass, that of which is designed to resemble in any way a waterfall. And this effect is enhanced in the afternoon sunlight, when the sun doesn't reflect off the glass just perfectly and it does look like water. Of course, you can't see it through its thing right now, but as we move back towards the other side of the harbour, I'm sure it'll do something. I'll talk about the airport in a second, but I'm just going to finish off about the King's Landing here on the port side. This building was designed by Arthur Erickson, who also designed the Roy Thompson Hall on King Street West, which is home to the National Ballet School, if anyone enjoys doing ballet dancing as much as myself. Sandwiched in between the marina and King's Landing, you see that line of bushes, trees, foliage and shrubbery. That there is the beautiful music garden. The music garden is no ordinary garden, its landscape features are actually synchronised with the famous musical piece Jay and his Bach's Cello Suite No. 1, and the garden here was conceived by world-renowned cellist Leo Man. I'll talk about one more thing before the airport. Directly behind us, you'll see that massive concrete structure that's now covered in blue scaffolding. So that there is the Canada Malting Silos, and they are a group of historic mixed-grain elevators that once stored malt for Canada Malting Company. At this point, I'd usually say hence the Canada Malting Co. written on it in massive black writing, but because we've displaced the scaffolding, you can't see that. That is owned by Canada Malting Company. These have been abandoned since the 1980s, and intention was initially to demolish them. However, they've been kept due to their historical significance to the waterfront here in Toronto. Grain silos used to be entirely made of wood and therefore frequently caught fire. As you can kind of see, these ones are very concrete, if that's a word. These were some of the first in Canada to be made of entirely poured concrete. The airport, so you may have seen that plane taking off. You may have heard that plane taking off. Hopefully one will land and take off directly above us as we move towards the end of the runway. Obviously one is a massive jet, not the small ones coming to life right now. But we're currently passing by the Belly Bishop Airport. This is a small island airport that offers scenic flights to destinations across both Canada as well as the more immediate states in the USA. This is commonly referred to as the Toronto Island Airport, and it opened in 1939. Its name honours Belly Bishop. Who's Belly Bishop? Belly Bishop was a Canadian World War I flying ace and World War II air marshal. This airport's used by several aviation, air ambulances and regional airlines using turboprop planes, and in 2019 it served 2.8 million passengers and was subsequently ranked Canada's 9th busiest airport. Because of its location in the heart of the bustling city that is Toronto, around all of these tall condominium complexes, there's an no-flying curfew here between 11 PM and 6 AM every Sunday evening. If you do look towards the back once more, you see the gap in between the land here between the silos and the airport towards the stern. So before October 2013, it was known as the Western Gap, by the way.